Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on a Sunday. qualifier for the evening. Time has expired, so we will get ready to go through 2 heat races. They have condensed it down to 2 big heat races. I am low. Is that better? I'll turn the sound up on the microphone. We'll just crank the input up on the microphone, see if that makes us better. All right. One more time around. That pace car will drop off back there in turn number 4. We'll go green for the first of our 2 heats. Yeah, we had updates for things last week, and man, it messed with all kinds of stuff. It messed with some graphics, some sound. The overlays didn't want to work. I was getting ready to start a broadcast and had all kinds of issues. I thought I had them all fixed, so we'll just crank that sound up and see if it gets a little bit better. Green. The green flag in the air, heat number 1. The MARS Pavement Late Model Series here at 5 Flag Speedway underway. Austin DeMoore going to grab the lead. Martin Turnmeyer off the inside of that second row, getting tight with him right there. He's already going to shove the nose down on the bottom in turns 3 and 4. Cold tires. Turnmeyer made him work, and he leads lap number 1. DeMore, Thomas, Reynolds, Brees, Andrew Perry fell all the way back. Now Perry's starting to come forward, and Nick Reynolds had a little bit of a problem. He hit the fence there coming out of turn number 2, the last time guy. I can adjust that too. We got all kinds of inputs we can play with here, guys. Like I said, Tuesday night really messed with a bunch of my settings, so I'm still trying to fix a few things. Windows had an update. I think we had a framework update. I don't remember everything, but yeah, it was really kind of a nightmare starting Tuesday night off. Still Turnmeyer and DeMore, and they have broken away just a tiny bit now from Jesse Thomas and Peter Brees. So we're halfway home in this first heat. Brees just looking for a run off the corner so he can put the nose up the inside of the 13 to move him up the hill a little bit. Perry is right there in the 5th spot. He's closing in on these two. Then John Brunner, Reed Rundle had problems a couple of laps ago. Lost it back into the car. Really had to chase it around. And he is quite a ways back. As you see, Reynolds back on pit road again. So the 54 car not happy right now. They're going to go into 3 and 4. They're going to come out. It'll be white flag time for Marvin Turnmeyer. Does Austin DeMore have anything, and will he go for a move here on the final lap to try to steal the win in the heat race? He is right up to the back end of the 16 car, but I don't think it's enough unless he bonsais the 3 and 4 into the track, and he ain't going to do it. And Marvin Turnmeyer is going to pick up the win in heat 1. DeMore 2nd, then Brees and Thomas. Perry 5th, Brunner, Rundle 6, 7, and Reynolds rounding things out. Let's grab Marvin Turnmeyer real quick. Marvin Turnmeyer, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, heat 1 goes your way from the inside of the second row. It's going to set you up pretty good for the feature tonight, House of Track, and what do you think the chances are putting the 16 in victory lane this evening?
Yeah, no, it's real good. Really enjoyed it. Think the setup's really good tonight, and should be pretty good. So, just looking forward to it. Not sure really how the invert's going to go here, and we'll just kind of have to see what goes on here.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night.
Yep, hope so. Have a good one. Appreciate it.
Marvin Turnmeyer winning heat number 1. Wow, let's get down here. And we'll go through tonight's starting lineup for heat 2 as they've already rolled off the grid. Jeff Werdeman, the 81 car, starts on the pole with Adam Vinny in the 11 next to him. You'll see Hunter Johnson, 12 car inside row number 2. And the 07 of Wes Winfield will start on his outside. Garrett Boyd, 21 machine, row 3 inside. You'll have Andrew Humphrey on his outside in the 31, and then Terry Dahl will put that 53 car on the back of our second and final heat. Yeah, we'll keep playing with the inputs, and I'll try to get that adjusted for you, Velix. Some of the cameras, too, the microphones are turned up quite a ways, so. All right, let's get ready to go green out of turn number 4. Pace car, excuse me.
Green, green, green.
Going to head in, and the green flag going to come out right in the middle of that zone back there. I don't think anybody was ready for that. It looked like everybody was still kind of sleeping coming through there. But they'll head down the backstretch with Werdeman out in the lead. And then Vinny and Johnson are going to be side by side for the second spot. Werdeman going to lead lap number 1. Single file from 4th on back. Boyd, Humphrey, Dahl, and Whitfield all back there. And Johnson trying to close in on the 81. He takes second all to himself. The 11 of Vinny going to have a challenge from Garrett Boyd if he opens up that door again. 21 machine. That's the royal purple machine right there. He trying to recover from having a rough week last week in the Tuesday night series. see what he can do. As you watch a single file line go around the bottom. That time, Johnson slid wide on the exit of 4, but it didn't hurt him at all. He was trying to get a run to get the nose on the inside of Werdeman down there, I think, and just didn't get the bite he needed on exit. Three laps to go that time by. Now Johnson peeks the nose down to the bottom. Werdeman's going to try to close it off. Oh, contact. Contact. As Johnson and Werdeman got together. Both drivers going to drive away. It will stay green. Adam Vinny, the beneficiary of all the action. He's got the lead now with 2 to go. And he's got about 0.6 of a second. As Boyd had backed up when he saw the cars getting sideways, he backed off the 11 car. Try to keep both of them in the action, and they're looking like they might run 1 and 2 right here. So the white flag is already out for the second and final heat race. Adam Vinny out of turn number 4. He's going to pick up the win. That'll put him in the redraw for tonight. Garrett Boyd second. Andrew Humphrey, Terry Dahl, Jeff Werdeman, Hunter Johnson, and Wes Whitfield rounding things out. We do not have Mr. Vinny in chat, so we can't talk to him about the win in the second heat. We would love to have all the drivers in the Discord so we could talk to any of them randomly. But a short warm-up. I'm sure they're going to give these guys all 3 minutes of it. Take a quick peek at something inside. I just want to see what our invert is going to look like if I can. Oh boy. Big invert tonight. All the fast guys are going to be in the middle of this thing. They're going to start in about 8th to work their way back tonight. So can't get that on the screen because it'll look really wonky. So we'll bring y'all back here. Had to have been about a 10-car invert tonight. Looking at who is starting on the pole. I think he finished 5th in his heat race, and he, right there, Terry Dahl, the 53 car, will have the pole for tonight's A-Main. So get him a couple of laps in, get the car off the track. Turnmeyer won heat number 1. He's going to start 8th tonight, so. Outside the 4th row. We'll see what they do when they get the green flag. These guys got some work to do. The 2 heat winners have really got their work cut out for them. It's kind of a one-groove track right now, and passing will be at a premium. You're going to have to force the guy in front of you to make a mistake or hope that he makes one on his own so drivers can sneak by. John Brunner in the 46 car. All right, warm-up session before the feature is over. That means it is going to be time for us to go trackside 4. Our starting lineups, it will be the aforementioned 53 machine of Terry Dahl, and you'll have Jesse Thomas in the 13 car on his outside. Row 2 on the inside, 31, that's Andrew Humphrey. Peter Breesen, 74 on the outside of him. Third row on the inside, the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Next to Austin DeMore in the 3. There's DeMore's car. And then Adam Vinny, the 11 car, on the inside of that 4th row. He won heat number 2. And Marvin Turnmeyer, winner from heat number 1, will start position number 8. Andrew Perry, row 5 on the inside, next to his teammate in the 81, Jeff Werdeman. And you'll see John Brunner on the inside of the 6th row with Hunter Johnson on his outside. And then nose to tail, Reed Rundle in row number 7, and Nick Reynolds. And Reynolds may move up to the outside of that row. Looks like Wes Whitfield not making the call for the feature. Reshuffle after the reshuffle, and that is going to move that 21 machine of Garrett Boyd to the pole. DeMore will come up to the outside, and then Turnmeyer and Vinny in that 2nd row. So the faster guys getting back towards the front. You'll move Terry Dahl back to the 3rd row on the inside. And I believe next to Terry Dahl, it looked like the 12 car. That's who it is. It's going to be, or the 13 car. 13 car, Jesse Thomas. So a slight shuffle, not too big. They redrew after the draw. So G-Body, Garrett Boyd, 21 machine, going to kick things off. Pace car ought to get out of the way, and it does. Green flag coming out right around to turn number 4. We'll see if Boyd can hang on for this one. Has a win this season. As they head down the backstretch, they're going to fan out 2 or 3 wide here. Boyd's got the point through 3 and 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Adam Vinny tucked in behind him, and they're trying to keep DeMore stuck on the outside as Turnmeyer now is tucked in behind Vinny. Drafting, not a thing here. Not at all. You just saw Boyd try to use up as much track as possible. He's trying to be smooth and keep the car straight, not sliding around a bunch, and keep those tires. They only get the 1 set for the feature. Let's go back to 5th. Terry Dahl has settled in there nicely. Jesse Thomas in 6th. Then Humphreys, Brees, and Perry. They're battling side by side as Andrew Perry's got the inside. Good action on the outside from Peter Brees right now. He is able to hold serve and keep Andrew Perry in check, not letting him get away, not letting him have the spot. He may be in trouble now as he swings way wide out of turn number 2. Perry will sneak up in front of him, and that'll open the door for Hunter Johnson. Werdeman is 11th, Rundle is 12th, then Brunner, Reynolds, Whitfield actually on track and stayed on the lead lap somehow. But he did not roll out when these guys started. He came out afterwards. But it's still Garrett Boyd at the front. About 0.4 of a second over Adam Vinny. About 20% of this thing already run off. 7 laps, going to complete those right here out of turn number 4. Single file pretty much all the way through the field till you get back here where Andrew Perry just keeps moving around, getting out of the mirror of the car in front of him. And that's Jesse Thomas. Oh, it's Andrew Humphrey, and he's going to make the move on Humphrey. He's got Jesse Thomas in front of him now. So we'll give the 33 car another spot. She has picked up 2 since the start of this thing. Like I said, passing at a premium, if he's only picking up 2 every 9 or 10 laps, he's not going to make it to the front. He's going to have to get something going here pretty quick. And Jeff Werdeman, the 81 car, still mired in traffic, 12th place, right behind Reed Rundle. Rundle, with his problems in his heat race, stuck himself basically to the back of this one, and he is going to have to fight and scratch. Going to have to hope for a couple cautions. Maybe some guys in front of him have trouble as the battle right in front of him starts to go. Speeder Brees goes after Andrew Humphrey, and he takes the spot in 3 and 4. So 74 car now starting to roll forward. Go back towards the front here. Starting to tighten up a little bit. About a half a tenth has been shaved off, and I think Boyd might be trying to save a little rubber on that thing. So they're going to be down to 22 laps to go, so we're 13 laps in this time out of turn number 4. Turnmeyer still hanging on to third. Top 3 have broken away from Austin DeMoore in the 4 spot. They have just about a half a second gap between 3rd and 4th, so it'll probably come down to the top 3. We'll go back here. 33 car of Andrew Perry now has reeled in Jesse Thomas, and he is looking for a little bit of an opening, and Thomas is trying to force an opening on the 53 of Terry Dahl, make him make a mistake or get the nose there and muscle him up out of the line. But he's got to hustle because the 33 car right on the backside. There goes Dahl up the hill in 3 and 4. That opens the door. Here comes Jesse Thomas. And he is going to have the 33 of Andrew Perry and the 12 of Hunter Johnson in tow. Johnson got a good run out of 2, pulls alongside Perry, moves him up the hill. Oh, Marvin Turnmeyer. Problems for the 16 coming out of turn number 4. Let's go see what happened. He's right there to the 11. Oh, too much car down on the flat. De-wedged it quite a bit. Doesn't look like he's going to hit anything. So he'll get it going. He'll rejoin the back of the pack. Went from 3rd to 15th just like that. Didn't hit anything. Probably flat spotted those tires, and that's probably going to relegate him to a deep in the field finish tonight. But he just got that car too far down on the flat, and you can get down there a little, loosen the car up, but you just cannot run down there for very long because it just completely de-wedges the car, and then everything gets up on the right rear, and you are going for a ride one way or another. But we'll re-rack them here. Boyd, Vinny, DeMoore, Thomas, Dahl, Perry, Johnson, Brees, Rundle, Werdeman, Humphrey, Reynolds, Runner, Whitfield, and Turnmeyer. The running order. Just inside 20 laps to go. 19 when we go back to green. Maybe 18 when we go back to green. Looks like 18 when we go back to green. So we are about halfway in this one. Going to double them up. Get ready for the restart. Boyd's led the first half. Can he hang on for the final 18 circuits and pick up another win this season? Pace car out of the way.
Green, green, green.
Green flag down at the exit of turn number 4, and a good start for the 21 machine. DeMoore tried to put his nose on the inside of the 11 before they got to turn 1. Couldn't do it, so that puts Vinny back in second. DeMoore is third. Mad scramble behind that. Dahl 2 and 3 wide. Here comes Jesse Thomas again. Thomas pressure. Oh, there goes Andrew Perry. That's not going to be pretty.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
We kind of saw that one coming right as they came out of the corner. Perry is up wide. It looks like he tried to check up and he got bumped from behind, and he collects Reed Rundle. And then John Brunner gets into it. Andrew Humphrey maybe into this as well. So plenty of cars, and Humphrey on pit road. Perry's rolling her into pit road. A little damage on the front of that one. Humphrey's car Left side pushed over quite a ways. So cautions breeding cautions. And these guys know when you're right on top of each other, if there's an opening, you're going to have to try to take it. Otherwise, if that guy can get down in front of you, it's not a good bet that you're going to have an opportunity to get back around him. So they're going to take some chances. Next time around, we should get the one to go signal. Looks like Andrew Perry still trying to get that 33 car righted so he can rejoin. Andrew Humphrey has already made it out. Reed Rundle back on the track. Back here, look at 43. That's a 74 Peter Brees. Yeah, Reed Rundle didn't go in and get any damage fixed. Both the left and right front corners of that car mashed in pretty good. I don't know how much it's going to affect his handling. Probably get his right front tire a little warm since he don't have quite the downforce that he really needs with about half this race left to go. So we'll just have to see. But Andrew Perry has made it back onto the racing surface. He will rejoin us back here in about 14th. Looks like Andrew Humphrey's car is no longer able to compete, so he is done for the night. Green flag back in the air. 16 laps remaining. This time DeMoore got his nose to the inside of the 11. That's a battle for second place right there as DeMoore gets up off the corner pretty good. But so much momentum on the outside, and it looks like maybe, maybe not, as Jeff Werdeman and Marvin Turnmeyer are going to be in this one. That's the 81 and the 16. Oh, a little checkup from the 81. The 16 wasn't ready for it, and two teammates finding each other, and that's going to bring out our third caution of the evening. And the 11 of Adam Vinny was just barely in front of the 3 of DeMoore, so he's able to retain the spot. I think he was going to get it back anyway because he did have some momentum on the top side. He was starting to pull the gap a little bit there with DeMoore not being able to use the full track and all the throttle. I think it was just a matter of time that Vinny was going to keep that spot if they stayed green. So 21 car probably not hating that he's getting a chance to cool his tires down, stay out in front. He's getting to control the field. He's going to have 15 laps, which is just a bit under half of this race, and he has led from the drop of the green. Redrew to the pole and trying to make good use of that draw. Already has a win on the season, like I told you before. Has been pretty good at closing things out, except for one night at Milwaukee, where a bad pit choice really hurt him. So everybody getting doubled up. We're getting ready to go back to green. All 14 cars still on the track. Andrew Humphrey, the only retiree. He retired on caution number 2. Part of a multi-car incident down the front stretch. Race cars out of the way. Green flag back in the air. Once again, 21 car with a fantastic start. And here comes DeMoore. DeMoore is going to force the issue a little bit. He is going to try to get down to the inside, try to get the nose ahead, bite off the corner, and run away from the 11, and he just cannot get it done. And I think Jesse Thomas right behind him had thought about going 3 wide for a split second and then changed his mind, because he had a great run last lap right here off turn 2. So the battle for second and third still side by side. Now DeMoore surges ahead mid-corner. But Vinny back ahead at the line. Good side-by-side action. Very racy track tonight here at Five Flags. Meanwhile, out in front, Garrett Boyd has built a 1-second lead on these guys that are battling side-by-side. Now, Vinny trying to close down, maybe close that exit off. There's the run I think he needed. Now he's clear of DeMoore. He can pull it down to the inside line. And maybe with 11 to go, set his sights and focus on running down that 21 car 1.2 seconds ahead. There's a car turned around right there. Jesse Thomas. Think he's going to get some help here. Down into the corner. Yep, he got some help there from Hunter Johnson. Got into the left rear corner just a little bit. So about 1.2 seconds completely erased as Boyd had really built a big lead. And with 10 to go, he will have to try to do that again. If Vinny and DeMoore get to racing each other, he may have an opportunity to do that. Nick Reynolds now up here in fourth, that 54 car. Had bad luck in his heat, but he has really recovered and now running inside that top 5. Terry Dahl has kept the 53 car up here at the front pretty much all night long, has had no real issues. Wes Whitfield, the 07 in behind that, and then Brees and Turnmeyer now has recovered after the incident with his teammate, and he's bringing his teammate along with him as they are both 8th and 9th, and then Reed Rundle in 10th, Brunner is 11th, Perry 12th, Jesse Thomas was 13th, and Hunter Johnson at the back. Double them up, restart them here with 10 laps to go. Pace car out of the way, green flag. Early this time. Didn't matter. Garrett Boyd with another good start. We're going to get right back down here to it as DeMoore and Vinny are going at it once again. DeMoore wiggles halfway down the straightaway. He's got right front damage onto the 3 car. That time, Vinny a little wide. DeMoore is going to take the spot. The door is now open for Reynolds, and Nick Reynolds now trying to knock Adam Vinny off the podium altogether. Whole front end of that 54 car mashed in. I don't know when that happened, but now he's got the spot as Adam Vinny on a backslide real quickly here late in the going, and it looks like tires starting to get a little greasy for these guys. Everybody's slipping and sliding as it's side by side for fourth. Whitfield is up here. Late charge from Marvin Turnmeyer. Turnmeyer stuck behind the 2 wide battle with Adam Vinny on the outside. Whitfield now clears him, and it's Turnmeyer beside Vinny. That's going to be for 5th. Boyd, 9/10 of a second out in front. Just needs to keep it straight for 6 more laps, and he's going to pick up another win this season. Turnmeyer working his way to 5th. Got Vinny on the outside. Looks like he might make the pass. Here comes Reed Rundle, and he's going to try to sneak through the open door. Keep himself in the top 6 in this one. Reynolds now under fire for 3rd. Whitfield has the 07 car there. Wes Whitfield trying to get on the podium with 4 laps to go, but Marvin Turnmeyer. Big late run for Turnmeyer in this one. He spun out 2 cautions ago with his teammate. He was about 12th or 13th 2 restarts ago, and now he is battling to try to take 5th place away. Make it 4th. Oh, caution behind as Peter Brees and Reed Rundle and several others are in this one. Let's go back. We're going to take a look Yeah, we're going to try to fight Reed Rundle real quick. Yeah, they're all part of that. I want to go back and watch that again. I really want to watch Rundle. Down to the corner, Rundle coming. Oh, no, it was behind. It was Terry Dahl. Terry Dahl and Peter Brees got together. So that's who it was. I thought that was the 43. It was the 53. So my mistake there. It was the 53 of Terry Dahl. So he and Brees get together. So we'll have a 3-lap shootout. I think Andrew Perry is trapped behind the pace car. He'll get a wave around here when the lights go off on that pace car. Because it is still Boyd and then DeMore. Nick Reynolds hanging on to third, and man, he just kind of got lucky there. So I think he was about to give that spot up to Whitfield. Turnmeyer, Rundle, Vinny, Werdeman, Johnson, Brunner, Dahl, Thomas. Then off track is Peter Brees. Andrew Perry just getting the wave around right there. He'll be about 12th when they line up, and then Peter Brees, if he comes back to the racing service, should be 14th. Not sure how damaged Brees' car is. Doesn't look too bad on the front. Rear end is mashed up a little. It shouldn't affect him a whole lot. He should be able to roll it back out. But I think they're going to get the one to go right here. So one more restart for the 21 car. Can he do it again? He's got a tough customer there now. That 3 car has been getting fantastic starts. He was on the inside line behind the 21 and able to kind of time it with him. And now it looks like we might be single file.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car.
Lights
We're
back
not
on the
going
pace
green this
car.
time.
Not
We are
ready
not going
for
green.
that green. Wes Whitfield rolling down pit road. Well, I don't know what is wrong with the 7 car, but he was 4th when they started into turn 4 right there, and now he is going to be about 13th. Make it 14th as he rolls back. Don't know why he went to the back. But lights off on the pace track. Ready for the green flag, possibly for the final time this evening. And the 21 car on the throttle. 54. Can he get there? Nick Reynolds. Can he force DeMore to make a decision? He did. And that's going to stack things up. We're going to have another. Well, maybe not. Somebody hit the Alt F4 button. Oh, now we got a big wreck back here in 3 and 4. Yeah, Austin DeMore, I think. Yeah, let's go back further because that was. This is the first one. He tried to come down and shut the door, and it got the 54 loose. Turnmeyer nowhere to go. Now we're going to get down here. We're 3 wide. Oh, it happens right behind. Yep. Late in the going, try not to give a lot of room. And that's what you get. So we go the first half caution free. We have had 6 cautions in the last 17, 18 laps here. And I'm sure Garrett Boyd is just going, guys, let's just finish. Let's just get to the end. He doesn't want to have to do a bunch of restarts. And now he's got tough company for sure. As look at this. Reed Rundle has now worked his way to a podium spot. So has Jeff Werdeman with what should be 1 restart to go. Both of these cars have been in a couple of incidents tonight. Rundle's still showing all the damage on the front end there. Little Hunter Johnson in the 12 car, sitting in a pretty good spot. He's fourth right now, and then looks like Terry Dahl has stayed in the top 5, even though he spun earlier, which was caution before this one. Got himself back to the top 5. Andrew Perry's behind that. Whitfield, who was 13th or 14th on the restart a minute ago, he's back inside the top 7. Turnmeyer, Brunner, DeMore, and Reynolds. That's all the cars on track. Thomas, Breeze, Vinny, and Humphrey all out of this one, as we should get lights out on the pace car. Nope, next time by. Lot of debris still on the track. Is it Nick Reynolds that came rolling? No, it wasn't. It was Jesse Thomas that came out of the pits, and he's got damage on the front, but looks like the car's able to go. So he'll rejoin the field. We should double him up right here for the final restart. Now, can Boyd get a good restart? So it'll just be 2 laps. It's a green-white checker shootout. Little sloppy on the back end of this one, but getting down to it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last restart. Pace car out of the way. Green flag early. Boyd able to capitalize. I don't know what that was. Capitalize and go right at him. And he is going to jump out there. About 4 or 5 car lengths. Rundle going to settle into second. Werdeman into third. Then Johnson. Whitfield on the outside. Whitfield trying to make a late run in this one. Car sideways, backwards. Is Peter Brees in this one? I couldn't tell from the camera angle I was looking at. DeMore is right there. Here comes, oh, yeah, Brees and Brunner. And Brees just overcooked it a little bit getting in, and then he got Andrew Perry in that as well. So he didn't even get a lap in. We'll keep the green-white checker. And I'm sure driver 21 is just looking for any relief at this point to get this thing in the books. Every time you try to restart on old tires, there's a chance you spin them. You can miss a shift. So many things can go wrong. As it looks now like we are going to get doubled up and get ready to restart once again. Fun, fun, fun. That's why they do it, guys. It's all for the fun. So pace car will duck off next time around. Not this time, next time, apparently. The lights were off on it. So that's a weird glitch. I have not heard the 1 to go signal from race control, but we're going to count on it this time by. There goes the pace car. We will get the green flag right about here.
Green, green, green.
Garrett Boyd with a good start. Werdeman's going to get a pretty good start as well. And he is going to get alongside Rundle, but coming out of 2, I think the outside line will have the momentum. Rundle will grab second. Now Werdeman's in a battle for the final podium spot. White flag coming out right here. And it looks like Hunter Johnson around the top side. He's going to have the momentum to take that podium spot away from Jeff Werdeman. Wait, Werdeman fighting back. Boyd will win it. Rundle's going to run second. Who's going to run third? Hunter Johnson in the 11 car. Werdeman and Whitfield rounding out the top 5. So the outside line coming in really late. But it came in nonetheless, and it's going to afford Hunter Johnson a podium run. We'll wait for him to join us on the Discord for just a minute. See if he makes it in here. Give him a chance to come in and get his interview. Don't want to move on too early. Real quick before he does, let's take a look at the results. Boyd, Rundle, Johnson, Werdeman, Whitfield in the top 5. Then Turnmeyer, a nice recovery to 6th. DeMoore falls all the way to 7th after, with the last 2-3 restarts, he was a lot closer to the front. That 3 car faded real quick at the end. Dahl was 8th, Brunner 9th, Thomas 10th, Perry 11th, Brees 12th, Reynolds 13th, Vinny 14th, and Andrew Humphrey finished out the field. So I don't see Hunter Johnson coming in. Let's move over here. Let's talk to our second place driver for sure. We know he's always up for a chat. Let's get Reed Rundle. Reed Rundle, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Nice recovery this evening. A little bit of damage on the nose of that 43 machine, but they're late in the going. Door kind of opened, and you put the 43 in the right spot to get a podium finish tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what happened early. Long weekend for us, long drive today, and so I didn't qualify very good, which kind of unlike me. I, kind of pride of getting a decent qualifying lap. So starting where we did and having to start deep in the feature after that self-spin in the heat, which was also, a little embarrassing. I will definitely take where I'm at. Patience again.
Yeah, it looked like, the first half of this thing, I thought, man, this is a good, solid green run. Guys are going to get stretched out, and then all of a sudden, caution, and every time a caution, 43 car, a little bit closer to the front, just really good avoidance skills.
Yeah, I hate to see that. I mean, I don't know what happened the second half of the race. It looked like just a bunch of what the heck's, kind of deal. But we'll look at stuff and evaluate it and see if we can, help correct anything as far as that goes. Sorry, it was a little bit of a yellow or a caution fest for you, but I'll take where I got.
Well, after that, taking a second place, kind of a rough evening, I'm sure you're plenty satisfied, man. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here and go figure out all the stuff you got to figure out.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Roger. First of all, shout-out to you guys for putting on a great broadcast. I think we're up and down in our car counts just because of summer and stuff. We kind of tend to expect that. Shout-outs as far as sponsor, Little Caesars Pizza, Solo Stove, Buddy's Racing Equipment, Diamond Racing Wheels. We could probably go on and on and on, but I'm going to take a nap here. So special thanks to my wife and a shout out to my dad down in Florida. Hopefully he'll get a chance to watch this too. So happy with the finish, and we'll take it from here.
Yeah, letting the old show getting tired early on us, folks. Great run tonight. Congrats, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Thanks, and thanks to Wabam and Scrub It Up too. I forgot to mention them. I want to get them in there.
All righty. He finished second tonight, Reed Rundle. It looks like, actually, we are going to go backwards. And we're going to get a chance to talk to Hunter Johnson here because he did make it in. He just made it in a little bit late. He brings the 12 car home in third place tonight. Hunter Johnson, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great, man. Got to see a great start to this thing. Then a little bit of a caution fest there at the end, but the 12 car looks pretty clean for all the cautions that we had.
Yeah, we, like in the heat race, I wish I wouldn't have pushed in as deep as I did. And then for the race, we had a good car all night. So
Well, it doesn't look like we're getting any weird unpainted body panels for next week.
no, hopefully not. Unless, I try to bring it in the pits and smack the wall or something. Let's hope not.
Gotcha. Yeah, the outside seemed to work for you there late. Was that just a bonsai move trying to get that extra spot, or did you feel something up there laps before?
Well, so on this track in the long run, obviously we've all done practice, but in the long run, the top gets a little faster. I don't know why. It looks like all the rubber would be down on the bottom, so it looks like the bottom would be faster, but some reason the top gets a little faster in the long run. So I tried it, and I finally was able to get past Mr. Jeff. So,
well, an awesome run. You're going to bring it on the bottom step of the podium tonight. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here and celebrate.
Well, so the first person I want to thank is Logan. He will be joining Johnson Motorsports, racing in a car 3G on this in this series. But tonight we did not have his paint job set up yet, so we decided that he could be a spotter for me. He then spotted, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons I won. So, well, I placed podium, not won. I want to thank him. Obviously, I want to thank Zeems, Dark Wolf Network, Brianna Biffle, Realty, Biffle, Little Dumper. I think that's about it.
All right, man. Well, great run tonight. Congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you back here in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hunter Johnson finishing in the third spot this evening. And now we'll move on. And we'll get the guy with the face for radio right up here. He wins again in the 21. New paint on that car this week. Garrett Boyd, nice little bit of driving out there tonight.
Yeah, I didn't have to work that hard for it, though. Wish there would have been a little bit more racing up front.
Well, it looked like, with the redraw, you end up on the pole. In the first half, it looked like things were just going to go flag to flag there. How frustrating was it having to have all those restarts in the last 16, 17 laps?
You gotta pull all the tricks out of your book for getting a good restart. Make sure you don't have anybody on your outside. Getting into turn one is definitely a big thing. So just staying on top of that and then staying consistent here is super important.
Well, a flag to flag victory tonight. This track suits your driving style?
No, I mean, I guess it does. I've won. I've ran well here, and I think the second win I've got here in my iRacing career. So I guess it's a favorable track for me, you would say.
Well, it was an awesome run. A pretty tough field. You really didn't have a whole lot of challengers there. Guys that normally we see at the front end up in spins going to the back. Did you think anybody might have something on the outside late in this one?
Yeah, I was worried because we had a couple cautions, and then we had the first caution, then we had the restart on lap 19. They got stuck too wide behind me, and I started pushing really hard. And I kind of burned up the right front, so I didn't have a lot left to fight off anything if there was anybody to challenge me.
Well, an awesome run nonetheless. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you pop the cork.
Yep, the only person that's actually helped me on the car is Sean at Grand Garage, so we'll give a shout-out to him. And then, of course, you and Reed and everybody at Mars.
All right, man. Hang around for a minute if you don't mind. Congratulations on the win, and I'll look forward to seeing you back real soon.
Yep, no problem.
Garrett Boyd picking up the win. Good run for the 21 car. He went flag to flag tonight. Easy peasy, as they say. We went through the final results. We're not sure. We don't know if we're going to have a coverage on Thursday night yet or not. Right now, nothing else is scheduled for the week. So we will not be back until next week, probably on Tuesday, if we don't get anything scheduled. We may do some testing with some different stuff and start trying to work on some other sims or something. So if you see something come live, come in and say hi. Let us know how it looks. Switching over a few things, adding a few things. As everybody knows, we've been saying it for a while now, and it's actually starting to come to fruition. So keep your eyes open for that. Otherwise, guys, we appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you like, share, and follow on Facebook. Give us those subscribes on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. Until we see you the next time, keep the rough side down.